The Penobscot Building of downtown Detroit, it has been an icon of our city for decades. And now it's become the corporate headquarters of our organizations. We were in Southfield, we were in Oak Park, we were in Redford. I mean, literally, either on the border when we were in Oak Park, a half a block when we were in Southfield, 4 blocks we're in Redford, outside the city. We have now committed to Detroit. And so now we have moved to downtown Detroit. Our corporate headquarters are in the Central Business District. We are in the Penobscot Building, and ladies and gentlemen, from this location, we will beam our content and our programming to the cities and nations of the world.
There's a new day coming for Detroit. New opportunities, a new industry, and a new beginning. Just as Motown helped to define the city in the 60s and 70s, a new network has been developed to help redefine the city in the new millennium. Imagine a TV network with talk shows with topics you care about and original television series that you can actually relate to. Imagine if some of Detroit and the nation's top talent came together to create bold, fresh, cutting-edge, yet family-oriented programming, all to support the vision of Detroit's first national television network. Imagine new careers, a new identity, and a bright future. Well, you no longer have to see this prospect in your imagination only, because it is a reality. Detroit's first national television network.
You know, if you consider the development of broadcast networks, there was a day when there was ABC, NBC, CBS, that was it. And then, of course, there was the public channel, the PBS that came along, and then you had some other independent networks that came along, and then you had religious networks that came along. But with the emergence of cable television and satellite, then you had, I'm talking about literally hundreds of networks. Each one of these networks headquarter in some major city in this country, except for Detroit. Detroit is the only major city that has no network. I mean, there's even food networks and animal networks. I mean, there's all kinds of networks, 24-hour networks. And Detroit does not have one of these networks coming outside or from within its borders to the nation or to the nations of the world. Not even one. But we're going to change that now.
Sometimes it just takes one change. It may not be in your specific neighborhood, but just the idea that, wow, we've got this new thing happening here is enough to get people excited.
We're going to take our channels, our station in Detroit, our station in New Orleans, and we're going to expand this into a national and international television network from Detroit, where we are now airing and distributing programming and content to North America, to South America, to Asia, to Europe, to Africa. I'm talking about literally airing programming from Detroit to the cities and nations of the world.
A new network that is nationally distributed through cable and even international is amazing. I remember many years ago my dad wanted to get on cable all over and even satellite, and for a brief moment in time we experienced what that was like through Sky Angel.
Gregory in Arkansas. Let's go to Harrison, Virginia. Charles. Christine in Detroit. Go ahead. Let's go to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Dorothy, how are you?
Now with this new network and even the philosophy of how he wants to integrate more family-oriented programming and to reach more of the masses is like, I mean, words can't even really describe how powerful it is.
You know, when I heard about the idea of a new television network, I was so overwhelmed. I mean, especially when my dad said he was trying to launch it from Detroit. I mean, it was a great idea.
But to have that kind of hub right here in Motor City, I think it will be awesome. I think it's an opportunity that people will understand that we cannot afford to pass up if it ever comes our way, because it's significant in the sense that all of the actors that are here, all of the stars that here, musical people and other folks who have left Detroit and come back home or either are still in LA, they would be able to say, this is where it all began for us. And that hub, I think, would be key to producing other people and other situations that just will keep us on the map in a global way.
For me, the whole idea of a network is like it's almost going full circle, because I started my career, in terms of visually in television with, CTN. And so then I, of course, came off to Hollywood and started to do distribution. And now the whole thought of having a national network, which will allow, young men such as myself, older people, whoever, to have an outlet in order to distribute their content is, again, like I'm saying, coming full circle for me.
The content that is needed to supply all of these various outlets is enormous, and it is just waiting to be filled.
I come from 25 years in secular television news. And what I think programming coming out of Detroit can do is what people need, and that is feed them. People are hungry, and they need entertainment. They need arts that are more than reflective of their situation. They need to be shown a light of healing, a light of progress, a light of solutions to their problems.
When we had people pitch their ideas to us, we heard some really, really good ideas. So the talent is there in Detroit. It was a lot of people sharing wonderful reality television concepts. Film ideas, episodic television shows, sitcoms. We heard all the ideas. So it was. The talent was there in Detroit. Now actually having access in Detroit and to be able to broadcast from Detroit, you can't ask for anything else.
We will distribute, we will set in motion a new television network that's not just national, but in fact international. We have found that the international market is a major market in Europe, in Africa, in Asia, in South America. There are people who clamor for the content and product that is produced and created in America, and we will be doing that both from Detroit and Hollywood, because we have this connection between both Detroit and the LA area.
So this is a big bargaining chip for the state of Michigan, in that it not only makes us a key player now in the film industry, which is a $60 billion industry in film, but it also puts us really on the big landscape of promoting jobs and possibly even making Michigan a mecca for films.